Hey there, Hofstra fans. Welcome to this week's edition of the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Mike Sullivan, pleased to be joined by head coach of the Hofstra Pride Field Hockey Team, Kathy Angelis. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thanks.
Coming off a huge victory for your program this past Sunday over number 12 Boston University, the highest-ranked team that Hofstra has ever defeated. What was the reaction like after the game?
No, we were on cloud nine. I think throughout the entire game, our excitement of how we were performing and executing and pressing and outletting everything we worked so hard to practice on was coming together. So I think it was just when the whistle ended, it was just extreme excitement.
It was a game as well that ended a 5-game skid for you guys. You finally got another win on the board after it's been a while for your team. How relieved was your squad and as a coaching staff? What was the environment like for your team, knowing that they finally got that off their backs?
Well, when you're struggling when you have 5 losses, and every day of practice is always a little bit more difficult to motivate and inspire and to keep the charisma high. But in the past 2 weeks, our practice has been just fantastic, and continuing to work on our pressing and outletting, and always still trying to get better. And that's such a credit to our players this year. They want to get better. They want to learn, and it makes it very easy practice when we're able to coach and continue to work with the players. So I think in these past couple of weeks we've been able to do that. It's not a shock that we beat BU. It's called hard work paying off.
Now, Janelle Boileau scores your only goal of the game. The final ended up being 1-0. She had a few opportunities before she put one in the cage. What did you see from her play, especially in that first half?
I thought she had a great game. She had a lot of attacking third, and I thought she really tapped her potential. She's working extremely hard on her fundamental skill and her skill set, and to be able to do it with the speed that she has, and I think that's what we've been working with, and she did that this past weekend, so I was really happy.
Defensively, with the shutout, your team played very well on that side of things, and Caitlin DeTuro in that made some huge saves, especially right at the end of the game. What was it like standing on the sidelines when BU puts that flurry of action on right at the end?
Well, it was just great to see her composure, her leadership, and to be able to perform under such extreme pressure. So I think that was probably, to sum it up, was probably what I was so proud of her execution in the game.
Now, the Terriers made some adjustments in the game. They switched up goaltenders between halves. When you saw that happen as a team, was there an emotion that maybe you thought you were getting to them? You know, there was a shot that you could upset a team with the quality of Boston University?
Well, they've been platooning both those keepers, so when they did put the sub in and change the goalkeeper, I'm not sure whether it was something because of the goal. I really think that they needed maybe to make an adjustment on their end, and a different goalkeeper can also bring a different defense. But despite that, both those keepers are very, very strong, so I think they've been doing that the whole year, so I'm not quite sure that was a big difference in the game.
Now, obviously, this win coming in the non-conference will not translate to the CAA portion of the standings in your schedule, but what can you take away from how you played against Boston University into your upcoming conference matches?
Well, we played at a very high level, and we didn't just win this game because of some luck goal. We had a fantastic game from our backfield, especially in the midfield. Our midfielders, they've been playing against some of the best players in the country, and they sometimes don't get noticed, and I think it's important that I get an opportunity to mention all 4 of them: Cody Nyland, Charlotte Moore, and Michaela Gallagher, and Mark Pettis have been so steady. And what's been so great about these 4 particular midfielders is that they continue to get better. They're not in the light a lot because they're not scoring a lot of goals, and they're not in the circle as much as our defense. So I think that they get overshadowed a little bit, but they have been extremely steady, and they were a big factor in our match with Boston University. And in that being said, it's going to be very, very important that they continue with the progress that they made in that BU game, continue on to Northeastern.
Taking a look at what's on tap for your program, this matchup against BU started a streak where 4 of your final 5 games are against teams that pretty much have been ranked in the top 25 all year. So a difficult schedule down the stretch, starting with a big matchup Friday against Northeastern. What are you looking for from the Huskies?
Well, they're probably one of the top teams in the league, if not the top team in the league, so we know that it's going to be a very difficult match. What is important for us is to continue to be Hofstra, and we are not going to change because we're playing Northeastern. We want to continue to play the way we did against Boston University, and if we do that, we will have to have our best game against Northeastern. But we are capable of doing that, and we're capable of playing away from home. So I'm certain that we're going to be able to give our best effort. If we do that, we have a great opportunity to win the match.
Crystal Poland for Northeastern, one of the top players in the entire country defensively. As a scheme, what do you have to do to prepare to face a player of her caliber?
Well, what we're really lucky with is our backfield and the experience that we have. We have done a great job shutting down some of the top players in the nation already. We know that we're going to really look to Carrie Cadu, Crizia, and Mel McCarthy, because those are going to be the backbone. And of course, Caitlin Vittorio. With those 4 particular players, we are really going to need their leadership. And we were able to see how they can lead in such a magnificent game against Boston University. We are going to need it from them, and they're going to be so huge to this upcoming game. And we can do that, and that's, I think, going to be the difference.
You continue your Northeast swing on Sunday when you travel from Boston up to Maine to take on the University of Maine. What are you looking from that?
Well, again, they've been a consistent top 25 team. What I think has been very clear and evident this year is that we have been able to play our best games against the top teams, and it brings out the best in Hofstra. So I'm really I really believe that we will play our best game. Like I said, playing away from home has been something we can do. So I think I'm really excited about the weekend and going on a road trip this coming week.
Finally, Coach, one last question. What are you looking for from your team this week in practice to improve on to get ready for a couple of road matches this weekend?
Well, to keep practicing like we've been doing. In preparation, I think preparation is absolutely everything. You must prepare and practice. It is about the hours in practice to give you the turnout in the game. So we need to continue to push and practice and practice as if we were performing in the match.
The Hofstra Pride Field Hockey team this week will face Northeastern Friday and Maine Sunday. For Kathy Angelis, I'm Mike Sullivan. Thank you for tuning into this week's edition of the WBC Coaches Report.